Hi there, my name is Allison Blaker, and today I'm going to go over how to run a sneak peek look at coaching group. So, a little bit about me before we get started. I'm a Star Diamond coach with Team Beachbody. I've been a coach for about 3.5 years now, and I absolutely love, love, love what I do. I started out in this business because I was a fitness professional. I was teaching Zumba, I was personal training, I was working at a fitness desk, I was teaching dance. I basically had about 10 part time jobs, but I was still struggling financially. So I saw what one of my friends was doing. I reached out to her. We just met on Facebook and I reached out to her. She sent me some information and I figured I'd give it a try. And here I am, this is my full-time income. And now I'm, doing these sneak peek groups, showing people a sneak peek look into my $9,406 month. So this is a sample here of my invite that I used. There's another one I'll show you in a little bit, but just so you can see, it's something that's eye-catching, the colors stand out, and I think it got a lot of people to join in on that group. So I'm going to go over the purpose of running this group, how to set it up. Then I'm going to go through some ways to invite, how to actually go about running the group to keep it successful and fun, how to close the group, and then some bonus tips that I've learned along the way. So the purpose of this group is to really give people an inside interactive look at what we do as coaches. I was personally finding that less and less people were watching our live webinars, and I felt like I still wanted to do something where they could interact with us and ask questions as they went along. So I thought that this would be a great way to go ahead and do it. I also feel like it's a great way to show our team's culture. It's showing people, some of the coaches on our team, their stories, and how we all work together as a team. Another great thing about this group is that my Brianna, Kiefer, and I came up with the videos together that I'm going to share with you. But basically, it's going over objections right away. So, all those things that people talk about, the money, they don't have time, they're not a fitness professional, all of those things we're going to cover in our daily videos to just put it out there, and then they can't say that that's the reason they're not coaching. Another thing, it's a really easy way to share the business. In 2014, I made a switch that I knew I needed to grow a team and a business, and I needed to help my team grow their business. So this is an easy way to invite and to share the business with people. And it also helps your coaches focus on recruiting. So it's showing them, we're going to run this every month. We're going to work together, and let's invite a lot of people to join in and check us out. So it's really an easy way to share the business. So how to set up the group. Hopefully you do this with your challenge groups, but it's going to be really similar to that. You want your group to start out as a party. I like to have a cover photo of my team or inspirational quotes, a little bit of both, just so they can see who we are. And then I like to add in my coaches first. So the coaches who I'm adding into this group are also inviting people to the sneak peeks. I'm not inviting everyone on my team to do this, only the people who say they want to invite people. And they're also going to be responsible for recording their why video, which we're going to go over in a little bit. So I'm going to add the cover photo, add in the coaches, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a file of expectations. And basically, that's just letting people know when they pop in the group, there's something to look at, something to read, and it's telling them, on Monday, I'm going to start posting a 5-minute or less video each day of the week where you can comment with your responses. You don't have to comment, but it's recommended just so that we can work together and talk about everything. And then also, I tell them that you're going to be hearing stories from other coaches on my team. So I give them that expectations file. And then I like to add in one more file of bonus videos. So a lot of times, the people like myself who want to do a lot of research first, I add in those videos for them so they can just find the links. I do use Team Beachbody's YouTube channel, but I include the Intro to Team Beachbody video, how to earn now, how to earn Team Cycle bonus, clinical studies, a video about what's in Shakeology, and then my most recent What is Team Beachbody webinar. So for the people who, when you first put them in the group and they wanted to start watching a bunch of info, they can. And for the other people, if they need stuff later, it's already put in there. So the second part of our setup is creating videos. So I decided when I wanted to run these sneak peek groups that I wanted to do video because video is what's building that trust. You're developing the eye contact still. And so it's a great way to connect with people. Now, the first set of videos are going to be what I call the why videos, and that's from you and your coaches. Now, this is for anyone, like I said, who wants to be added to this group, who's a current coach of mine or in my downline. And this is awesome because it's finally helping my coaches start to share their story on video. And once we actually start running the group, everyone can see from different coaches and different stories, which helps with people relate, because sometimes people might not relate to me. I don't have any kids yet. I am a fitness professional, so they might think, oh, I can never do this. But now they're going to watch, Sarah's story, and she's a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids, and, Stephanie works full-time. And so it gives everyone the opportunity to see different stories and why we signed up to be coaches. If you haven't done your own why video yet, a few quick tips. You want to remember, first of all, that this is always going to change. Like, I like to re-record mine every at least 6 months because your why is always changing. You're going to want to state your name, where you're from, and then before Beachbody, where you were at. And then you're going to share some of the problems you had and what you were experiencing. Like in my story, I was burnt out and still had no money. And now that I've become a coach, my life has totally changed. I get to work from home. I only have one job to report to. I'm my own boss. It's like too good to be true almost. So that's part of my story. But yeah, so you want to share your problem, how Beachbody changed your life, and then the solution, and then your results and a call to action. So, if that's too much, you don't want to do the structure, put on a camera and talk about this business and these products have changed your life. And the main thing here is looking into the camera, just being you and being real. So the second set of videos are going to be what you're posting to the group daily. You can do these all on your own and record them all, or you can split it up between the leaders and your team. I have 6 videos right now, so on day 5, I'm actually posting 2. The first video is obviously going to be a welcome video. You're still going to explain how the group works, how we're going to have these daily videos. You're hearing from our coaches. You're going to go over the 3 vital behaviors here. That's the foundation of what we do as coaches. So right off the bat, I'm telling them, we're products of the products. We do personal development every day, and we invite people to challenges. And we run different types of challenges. We do free challenges. We do 21-day fix challenges, we do budget challenge, whatever you want it to be. I kind of go over what we're inviting to. We invite people to groups like this, to the sneak peek group. So I share that with them. I also like to share some personal development suggestions. If they need to get more organized, doing the 30-day push, if they are trying to pay off debt, some Dave Ramsey. I like to suggest this because I want to build value throughout the week as well. And then I'm going to always end all of these videos with a question. So the first day's video, I'm going to ask them if they have any questions for me right off the bat. Okay, day 2. So the next video is, do I have to be a fitness professional or in perfect shape? This is something a misconception people have of coaches all the time. So I had one of my coaches do this video, and she talked about her journey with insanity and how people want to just share that journey with you and that we're all trying to improve. And so it's a nice, short and sweet video. And at the end, I have her ask if they've tried any Beachbody programs themselves or if they know anyone who has. Then the next video we do, day 3, is one of my favorites. So I didn't mention this, but on the welcome video, sometimes people are going to comment and say how much time, ask questions that you're going to cover. And if that's the case, I'll just tag their name and say, we're going to go over this throughout the week, or I might just give them a 1-word answer, a short answer, and then go through it over the week. But so the next video on day 3 I share is, how much time do I need? So I have Stephanie, one of my coaches who works 12 to 14-hour shifts, talk about how she fit this business into her schedule, how she worked at lunch, and she worked on the weekends. We kind of go over power hour here, how there's tasks that you're going to learn how to do that should take less than an hour each day. And then I end this video with asking them how much time they could commit each week. This is getting them thinking, do I have some extra time? Oh yeah, I could do that during my lunch. It's really getting people to think how much time they have. And then day 4, I have them, this video is important to me because one thing I did not like is sales. So I do a video called Do I Have to Be a Salesperson? And I talk about here my personal experience at one of my jobs where I had to sell things I didn't believe in. And I just go through that we're sharing things, we're sharing our stories, we're helping other people, we're looking for people who need our help. And so it's a totally different ballgame than being what people think sales people are. And I also asked them in this video, who's always supported them in their journey? This is foreshadowing like them writing out their list. This is getting them to think, who are people in my life that are always there for me? So day 5 is about money. This is the last day. How much does it cost to join and how do I earn? This is huge. People want to know this right off the bat. So I talk about the different ways to join. You can get the challenge pack. You can just pay the coach fee, the monthly fee. And then I talk about how they earn. I talk briefly about, you earn 25% commission and you get 25% discounts. And then I also talk about that there is a team cycle bonus. And I'd let them know if they want to watch more on how that works. There's a video explaining that in the files. I'm not going to go through and do the whole diagram and confuse everybody. We want to keep these videos short and just to the point, and so they can get that information right away. And so then at the end of this, I'm going to ask what they would do with an extra $500 a week. So this is cool to see because you're starting to get them to think again, what could that do for my life? $500, like that could pay off some serious debt, or that could get me to buy a car or quit my day job, or, it's getting people to think like I could use an extra set of money or an extra set of money, some extra money. And then part 2, so in the afternoon, I do a closing video. And I basically am in this video just saying, thank you so much for joining us. Reach out to the person who invited you, set up a call with them or message them. If this isn't for you, it's totally okay. Maybe you might know someone who it might be a better fit for. Or maybe you want to start with the workouts first. So let the person who invited you know if you're ready to sign up right now and start as a coach, or if you want to join one of our challenges. And if you are signing up to be a coach, then we're going to start up our new apprenticeship program, and we'd love to have you. So I like to just close it here, end it on a good note, let them know I'm just grateful that they joined in and they took the time to join us this week. So that's the videos. So the why videos, and there's 5 videos. Now we're going to move on to inviting. Hopefully you already know how to invite because you're inviting to challenges. So it's going to be something similar. I always recommend doing just one post on your social media with a picture about your sneak peek group. And this is a picture from one of my coaches, Stephanie, in the middle there. She posted, Ignited Nation, debt-free, free trips, and what would that quote, what would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? So she had a little motivational picture, wrote up about how what this business has done for her, and then invited people to join the sneak peek. So I recommend just doing one. Please do not blow up your Facebook page or your Instagram with, invite pictures and messages every day. Then I recommend, of course, doing one-on-one conversations. It's the same as inviting to the business or to a challenge. Hey, have you ever considered joining my sneak peek group? I'm opening up a group next week where we're going to show what we do as coaches. You can totally just come in, be a fly on the wall, and check out and see what we're all about. And then I'm going to ask for feedback. So I want them to, especially for new coaches, you can use the Danny Johnson, the test group script. Hey, I just signed up for this and I would love some feedback. I'm going to share my video for the first time in this group. Would you do me a favor and check it out and give me some feedback at the end? That's a great way to invite as well. Then don't forget about your current challengers. One-on-one, reach out to them, or you could post in your challenge group, hey, for any of you who have ever thought about doing the business, would you want to join us next week for our sneak peek group? And you could do it that way too. So there's lots of different ways to invite. These are some of the ways that I use and I suggest that my team uses. So now let's go through how to run this group. So, like I said, the main thing is to be interactive. We want the group to be a lot of fun. So make sure your coaches know this going into it. I have my coaches start to put their stories in over the weekend. So as we're adding people in, there's going to be different stories from all the different coaches. And of course, I do like when the coaches tell their, prospective coaches to tag them in things so that they can go ahead and check that out. And then I post one video a day, Monday through Friday. Except Friday, I have the 2 videos. And I set an alarm on my phone to do this live. I think when you're posting live in your group, it's just, I don't know, for me, it just makes me feel more present in the group instead of hootsuiting or scheduling. So I just do post live, and then I'm in there checking and responding and liking and trying to make sure everybody's seeing everything, liking and responding. Same thing with your coaches. Like I said, make sure that they're responding and liking everyone's posts and comments about what they want to do with that income. And so we're really keeping it fun and interactive. Then closing time. So one thing to remind you and to remind your team is you want to make sure your coaches are talking to their prospects throughout the week one-on-one. You know that not everybody's on Facebook as much as we are. So sometimes people aren't going to watch these videos until the weekend, or they're watching them and they don't know how to comment, or they don't know where the files are. So make sure your coaches are talking to their prospects and just seeing where they're at with things. And then what I like to do is after about a week is up, so we just finished our group yesterday. So in a week from now, I'm going to do one final push for my coaches and help them out. And what I do here is I'm going to tag the person they invited, tag the coach, and say, Jen, did you have any other questions for Sarah and I? I'm going to be closing up this group, and, we're starting up our next training next week. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any other questions. Something simple. And then that's just getting them one more time a reminder in their head, like, oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to sign up for that, or I wanted to watch this. Another thing I like to do at closing time is to invite people who are on the fence to the next event. So invite them to watch your next webinar that's live, or invite them to join in on a free challenge. And then the last step here is make sure you do close the group. I don't know if you've heard, but a lot of Facebook rules are changing, and a lot of people are just adding people in groups, and it's just gotten so crazy. So make sure when you're done, the way you close a Facebook group is first delete everybody out of the group. Remove. I know it takes some time. And then take yourself out. And then it says, you're the last person in this group. Is it okay to close it? It says some kind of warning, and then close it. Now, if you take yourself out first, then you can't close the group, because somebody else is going to become the administrator, and who knows what's going to happen there. So make sure you take everyone out and then you close that group. All right, so of course I have a couple bonus tips. One of them is to keep a bonus file for people who have questions with the daily videos and they want to see them in one place. So, sometimes I'll post day 1's video, then I'll post day 2's video, but people are still commenting on day 1. And you know how things get all jumbled up. So I like to do a file for them to just click on all the videos sequentially so they can see them there. Another tip is save everything you are doing so you can share it and duplicate it. So I like to keep everything in Evernote. I've got a folder there, all the videos, everything I post, it's all set up, all the files. The only thing I really change every month is the cover photo. So set that up. Then the next thing is to run it once a month. Pick a time that fits with your team's schedule. I like to do the 3rd week of the month for lots of reasons. One of them is because it gives my new coaches who started at the beginning of the month a chance to invite to this. It also helps people have enough time to sign up coaches before our next apprenticeship program starts, or Coach Basics, whatever you want to call it. So I think for us, the third week of the month has been a really great time for us. And run it once a month. This is like a challenge group. Some months are going to be crazy. Like this month we have 65 people in it. One month we had 100, then one there were 20. It's like a challenge group. Some of them are going to be more interactive and more fun than others, but keep running it consistently once a month because it's a great way to add coaches to your team. And then I want you to keep following up. 7 exposures is what Jeff talked about when I met with him. And what that means is 7 times you need to touch someone in a different way and expose them to something different before they're going to sign up. So I might ask them to be in the sneak peek group, ask them to watch a webinar, see if they want to try Shakeology, invite them to a free challenge, invite them to a regular challenge, and then, I don't know what the last one would be. Invite them to another sneak peek group or to watch another webinar or watch a video. There's so many ways to do exposure. So make sure that you're always following up with people, which means you're also keeping track of who you're talking to and what they need and where they're at in their life. And finally, be you. Let your personality and team culture shine through. So have fun with it. You can add things to it, make it your own, and just, stay positive and have a lot of fun with it. So do you want a sneak peek? I'm going to go ahead and open this up for questions. And if you have any questions and you're watching this, you can send me an email at shapeupwithalison@gmail.com, or you can find me on my Facebook page, which is also Shape Up with Allison. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps you start to run your own sneak peek groups. And if you have any other questions, I'm always here for you. All right, have a great one.